Ross voted against you, so, but anyway, great opportunity to go do the network. That was, they do a great job promoting everybody. But man, we got done what we need to get done. We got better. That was our main objective, was just get better as a team, play our best game, and play complementary football, and really pick up where we left off last week, and that's what we did. Just awesome. We had a couple guys out, and guys stepped up, but incredible environment. I thought our fans were awesome. It's just a special place to be able to play a football game, and so it was a great night. But defensively, they set the tone, and obviously the first two games we've been, just horrendous when it comes to ball security, and we're a really hard team to beat when we tie the turnover margin. We're really, really hard to beat when we win it, and so to be, I think, +3 tonight in the margin, and the tone was set by Nate. Just a tremendous job. We're really proud of how the guys defended. I told y'all this week this was going to be a really good challenge for us, both in that I know their quarterback got hurt, but the quarterback, but also schematically in what they do. I thought our guys really prepared well and did a nice job. They got behind us one time. It was disappointing on Khalil, but we settled in and really defended the ball well, and we got after them up front, and then again created 4 turnovers. Special teams, another really good week there outside of the early miscue on the kick. Robert he kind of settled in as we got going there, but another big return, a nice punt return, a good kick return at the end. We stopped the fake punt, which was a big play in the game. So good to see the special teams showing up and doing some good things. And then offensively, just we rolled. I mean, we didn't have many. It was a weird game in that we didn't have many possessions as far as plays. We didn't have a lot of plays. But we had some. Obviously, we had the pick 6. We had the muff punt and a couple short fields. So we didn't have as many plays as we've been having, but. Again, just another very efficient day. Third down. I thought we were a little lull there to start the third quarter, but really just proud of our guys. I mean, Cade had his best game. We had 0 offensive turnovers for the first time this year, so really proud of that. And then, we made a lot of plays. We had some guys making plays all over the field. Everybody had opportunity to touch it. Good to see Brenny get in the end zone. Tyler Brown, just a couple great plays there. Cole had a good play early, and then he got hurt. Adam had a couple nice plays. Salado there at the end. So a lot of guys got a chance to touch it. Maffa, got in the end zone. Cade scored. So a lot of good things. Good job on third down. Just biggest thing was we didn't play as well defensively when we played a lot of young guys. We had a bunch of freshmen out there. That was a good opportunity for those guys because, our starters shut them out. And then those guys that want to play, and some of them think they should play, they got the chance to see why they don't play. And so we'll have an opportunity to coach those guys, which will be good. That'll make us better as a team and hopefully help those guys develop. Because that's what it's all about. But, proud of the team for getting ready and again, just our best game to this point, a lot we can build on.
Coach Khalil Barnes had a big spring game-winning pick 6.
Yeah.
What can you say about the way he's stepped up tonight?
He's a baller. He's the competitive dude, man. That guy competes every single day. He competes on special teams. He competes in everything he does. He tackles well. He defends well. I mean, he's incredibly smart and instinctive, and he's taking advantage of his opportunity. With Makuba out these past 2 weeks, it's kind of a blessing in disguise because you got a chance to really, see him. Avion got out there and got a chance to play a good bit. We played a lot of guys early, really before the game was even in hand there, which I think will help some of those guys too. But he's a baller. I mean, this Club Nick's recruiting class. I mean, really, I think our 3 recruiting classes in a row. I think we've put some good talent together, and this young group that's coming in here is right there with the rest of them.
Did you encourage Cade to sort of try to take advantage of his legs early downs to try to
Well, I just think it's just a progression of him gaining experience, you know. I mean, the first couple of games, you know, he missed, especially the first game, you know, he's learning, you know, that internal clock that comes from experience, and he's learning, you know, how long I need to sit in the pocket and when to just, you know, go manage the game and keep us in, because he can really run. I mean, he's a problem, but you know, I thought this was his best game from that standpoint. He did a poor job the first game. There were several times in that first game that instead of 3rd and 10, it could have been a first down or 3rd and 3, you know. And then he got a little better last week, especially after the first quarter. And then tonight was outstanding. He made some really timely plays and good decisions with his legs. We ran the quarterback draw, you know, right there. That was a called play. Made good decisions in the run game and the RPO game, but you know, I think it was either the first or second drive. You know, he pulled it down and ran for a nice gainer, and you know, those are huge plays. Those are plays that really just frustrate a defense, and you know, not everybody can do that, but he really can. So I think he took a step forward tonight, and hopefully he'll continue to gain that experience.
The sneak with Cade under center, you don't see that a lot these days.
Trick play, trick play.
How good was it to see him, you know, handle the handoff, not fumble, and to execute and punch it in?
It's good. It's good to see him pop that in there.
You talked about not turning the ball over on offense all week. To see them actually put that into motion tonight, how was that? So what do you think y'all did to specifically not turn the ball over on offense?
I mean, not really anything different. We work it all the time. It's just one of those things that, like I said, you just kind of have to play through. You know, we've had some funky stuff, you know, really a bad exchange, a poor decision, a collision ball out. We've had some weird stuff happen, a tip ball off of a guy's hands right into somebody else's hands. And it's good to see us get one of those tips tonight. How about that? We needed to get a little turn there, but you know, just keep working. Just keep working. You know, you know, you can't. I mean, we coach it all the time. We work on it every week. But it was just good to see us, you know, do a nice job tonight and not put the ball in jeopardy like we have. And again, when we're even, we're pretty hard to beat. When we win it, we're really hard to beat. So hopefully that's a good sign of some things to come for us.
Coach, just a shade under 400 total yards. Cade responsible for just a little over 200 of those yards. It was again team by committee. A lot of players got some stats in the running back committee and then the receiving core. How do you kind of tie that up with the performance by the offense tonight?
Well, it starts with the offensive line. Those guys are playing really well. I mean, they're doing a great job. I don't think there's any sacks, and I mean, when we don't give up a sack, we usually, you know, win. Kind of like when we rush for 200 and pass for 200, we usually win too. So it's one of them weird ones. You know, we gave up no sacks. That usually indicates a good night for us. And so it starts with well. I think those guys have really played well. We held Walker tonight, and you know, good to see the guys. We talked a lot about it in our camp, and I mean our depth. We feel really good about our depth and the guys that can go play for us. I think we started Sadler tonight. You know, Tristan was a little sore coming through the week and missed a day or so of practice, but you know, Sadler's they kind of co-starters right there, and I think he went out and played pretty good. But it all starts with those guys, man. They're doing a lot of great things. So again, got done what we needed to get done once again. Again, we didn't have as many plays, but we were very productive, big plays, another good night, 50% on third down. So we've been really good on third down in 3 games. So hopefully we can continue to do that. If we can, we'll be another good completion percentage. We're 20 of 33 there. So a lot of good things to be excited about.
And Dominique Thomas, he kind of had a cover story this week talking about his family background, kind of where he came from. He had a great night tonight, 6 carries, 32 yards in the score. I mean, talk about what kind of character, what kind of person Dominique is, kind of adding what he can bring to the running back.
Well, he's resilient. He's an amazing young man. He has a great story, and he's an incredible hard worker. We don't have a hard worker on the team. I was frustrated with it, not getting that first down on the 4th and 6 inches. We didn't get that. I guess he just got a little too low or whatever. But we got to get that one. But what I loved is how he responded. He came back and again had the big run and then when he got in the end zone. So he's a good player. He's a different player from Moffa and Shipley, but he's a very good player. He's low to the ground. He's got great vision. He's shiftier than people think, and he's a little faster than people think. So got Adams in there a little bit too, and then you got to see 26, as well with a nice little catch and run after the screen.
For Tyler Brown to kind of bounce back after the muff punt and really have a great second half, just what did you see out of him in that?
Yeah, he's a lot like Barnes in that and listen, I would put Tink kind of right there. I know y'all hadn't really seen Tink yet, but I would put him right there, and I'm not sure. I think he's been kind of battling a little bit of injury. We were going to try to hold Tink, but man, we got a really good player there at 6 and Tink. I mean, again, y'all haven't seen him, but they're very similar, very similar. But I was proud of Tyler. He just took his eye off the ball, and he's fair catching it. He doesn't have to keep. He's kind of checking everything. Just needs to lock in on the ball and finish the play. But he bounced back. I mean, huge return. And again, made some nice plays. Finished, went up and got a couple of balls and plucked them, which was really good to see. So obviously the post route was a beautiful throw. Let him run under it. So he's a heck of a little player. Super excited we got him, and I like what we got coming together, man. Between Bo and Antonio and him, Stellato. We're just kind of slowly making progress with this guy. It's just a matter of time before he has one of those games where everybody's gonna go, oh, that guy, that's where he went to Clemson. That guy, I forgot about him. He's on his way. Adam, it's good to see him have a couple big plays tonight. Again, I hate losing Cole, and I don't really know what we're dealing with there, so I'll have to wait and see. But because he's the fastest kid we got, and he can flat out take the top off. And so I hate he's made it back and didn't get to finish. So we'll see where he's at. But the group collectively is coming together. In a real positive way. I'm excited about it.
A little bit of a flashback there with Mike Williams when you saw Tyler hit the goalpost.
Yeah. Did he hit it? I just saw him go catch it. Then the lights went off. Got the light show going on, but I knew it was close.
Yeah.
Did he hit it? Did he run into it?
I think so.
Well, I guess they changed it, so hopefully he bounced off of it. He came back, but it was a great play. Beautiful throw.
With the third quarter kind of offense slowed down a little bit, is there something in particular that you would kind of point to for why that happened and then how you kind of got out of it?
Nah, I just missed a few plays. Probably had a couple calls, probably like that back, but just missed a couple plays. They made a couple, but nothing more than that. Settled in.
What were you on the rest for toward the end? Was it like forward progress?
No. I just there was a couple calls that just we didn't agree with, and I just think regardless of the score of the game, you still got to call the game. Guys are out there trying to play, so it was just a chit chat, nothing major.
You said you expected to see a trick play or two. They got you there in the last minute, but the fake punt.
Got my man Strozier, dadgummit. Tough sledding for Stroge. That was about his first time they're going to throw a halfback pass on him. But hey, he's a young true freshman that we're going to redshirt this year, but he'll learn from it.
On the fake punt though, how about Spector coming up with the tackle?
Yeah, it was a great job. I think Barnes kind of got over there as well, and we had the block on, and we were going after it. And it's one of the things we got to kind of coach up a little bit because we didn't do a good job of containing from the outside, but it was just a great reaction, and guys went and got it. So that's a big play, big play.
I know you said it's a wait and see with Cole, but you know it's a lower body.
Yeah, lower body. Yeah, I don't know any details yet.
Dabo, you had 30 points attributed to your underclassmen. If I did that math correct, I'm a journalism major, so I probably didn't. What does that say about kind of how you develop them? And then does that get you excited for Clemson years from now, or the Clemson we could see in the coming weeks with these freshmen?
Both. I mean, we only got one senior on offense. That's Putnam. That's it. That's the only senior we got that's going to be gone. I mean, maybe we'll have a junior leave or somebody gets out of here that I don't know about. But so I think it says a lot. You know, Bo's our oldest receiver. He's a true junior. We got a lot of really good young talent on this roster. I love our tight ends, man, Brenny and Sage and little Josh Sapp. Man, he shows up. He's another guy that, hey man, Greenville High. We've had some success at Greenville High. That's for sure with Sadler and Josh and TB. So super excited about the young talent that we have for sure. But I think it bodes well for this year and for many years to come. A lot of young talent on defense too. Barnes is just a freshman. Avion's a freshman. Shelton's a freshman. Jamal's a freshman. Dee's a freshman. Woodaz is a sophomore. Peter's a freshman. How about old TJ Parker? He's pretty good. He's just a freshman. So we got a lot of young talent and a lot to be excited about for a while to come.
How important was it to play a clean game, win the turnover margin, not just to win tonight, but obviously with Florida State looming?
Yeah, I mean, we have no chance against Florida State if we can't win the turnover margin. We have zero chance. I mean, we can't beat hardly anybody when you lose the turnover margin. That's the greatest equalizer in football is poor ball security. So it's good to be able to have a game like this, you know, because it creates confidence, you know, and hopefully we can, you know, put a few weeks together. And we're creating turnovers, you know, and that's 3 games in a row. We've been getting them, you know, so I'm really proud of our defense. Defense is playing really well for us right now, and but certainly be the biggest challenge yet this week with a really good group, veteran group, you know, dynamic quarterback, great receivers, big time back, and you know, they really good tight end, good OL, good defense, a complete team.
Were you surprised that BC gave them a scare today?
No, I mean, listen, that place is hard to go. It's a tough place to play, and I think, you know, they really had the game in control. It was 31-10, and I just think, you know, next thing you know, you know, whether you take your foot off the gas or guys kind of let up a little bit, next thing you know, it's a turnover, scoop score, and then they get a stop, and then a little momentum, and, you know, next thing you know, you're in a dogfight, right? You know, and I think that's probably more, I mean, I think they controlled the game pretty good, you know, from the second half on. Outside the turnovers.
I guess how optimistic are you about Walker Parks and Makuba, I guess, going into the week?
Pretty optimistic. You know, that's one of the reasons we held them. You know, we've got some depth, and so we feel really good about Mitchell, and we feel good about Harris and Trent and you know, Linthicum and those guys that can all go in there and play for us. Dietrich. So you know, he was just still a little sore, so we felt like it'd serve him well to sit this one out. And then Makuba, he's kind of on the path that we thought he would be. So we'll see where he is Monday.
What are your, what's the mindset, or were cooler heads able to prevail in the running back, kind of in the core, kind of a little tiff between Shipley and Coach Spiller? Did y'all kind of just cool things down? And
I don't know. I don't even know. I have no idea. Something happened. I don't know.
It was right near the end of the first half with the club.
They got into each other?
Yes.
They yelled at each other? Oh, boy. I don't know. I'll find out. I'm sure they'll be fine. You know, Coach Spiller, he can handle it, I promise you. You know, don't worry about him.
With this game, and talking about Coach Spiller, the only other time we played this team was his freshman year, first game in 06, another sound win. I mean, that just tells you right there, no matter how many years pass, you guys just had their number tonight.
06, was that the first time we beat them down there in like 50 years? Oh, was it here? 06? Here?
2006, 54-6.
Florida Atlantic.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Florida State. I was like, what? Didn't we win down there and was
Yeah.
it
Yeah, it was
06?
6,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was like for the
First
first
time
time in
since
like,
the 80s.
100 years. I thought you were talking about FSU. Yeah, so FAU in 06, golly, I do remember that game. And they were just kind of getting going. But was that Schnellenberger too? Wasn't it him? Yeah, so they're a much improved program. It's pretty cool to see where they are as a program. Got a chance to see Coach Herman before the game, visit with him a little bit. Obviously, it's his first year, but I tell you, they got some guys now. And again, they do a lot of good stuff. And again, I hate their quarterback got hurt. Hopefully, I don't know what the status of him is, but I did get a chance to see him just for a second after the game.
Yeah, but can you talk about Nate Wiggins kind of setting the tone and how kind of defense kind of got you guys rolling?
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, that's the way it ought to be. That's Clemson football. Again, it's complimentary football. It's a beautiful thing to watch. You get a good kickoff and you go out there and you get a big stop or a turnover like that. And I didn't know this until tonight, but Nate, I think it's the first time in 45 years to have a guy back-to-back years with a pick six. It's pretty cool. I know Dorian did it in the same year, but 45 years to do it in back-to-back years. And it was a great play. We had a 3rd and long package in the game, and he sat back, he read it, he had good eyes, broke on it, and man, it's awesome. I mean, we're creating turnovers, we're catching the ball. Wood has once again with another big turnover. So, but it set the tone, man. The valley erupted. I mean, it was awesome. Just what we needed.
Any questions for Coach from Zoom?
Yeah, Dabo, this is Pete at AP. I saw on game day this morning, The Rock was out with Dion in Colorado. You had Marky Mark here this weekend. What was that like, having him around the team?
You're showing your age.
Yeah, I am. You're right.
Nobody knows him he's an actor. You got to be like over 50 to know good vibrations, right?
You know what I was talking about.
Yeah. It was kind of cool to meet him. It's amazing the people who are associated with this university. I mean, his daughter obviously goes here, and or maybe you didn't know that, but his daughter goes here. So Parents Weekend, I guess, while he was in town. And so yeah, it's kind of cool to be able to meet Marky Mark. But I kind of liked him in Invincible. That was kind of when he was the receiver for the Eagles. That was my favorite one. But yeah, he was. I didn't get to see him tonight, so I mean, he was somewhere around there. But I think he enjoyed it and got a chance to see Clemson and football facility and all that stuff. But yeah, maybe we can get The Rock here. That would be cool. I'm a big fan of The Rock too, so maybe Dion will share him with us once in a while.
Anyone else? All right, thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Although I